like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Barons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 180.
56, right there, 56.
Left.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check back. Hey, go orange.
Now Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Alpha!
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He was taken down by Ruben Foster. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
We're going to work.
Set 180. Block 15.
56. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
He's coming. We got double up. Run 80.
And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready! Set 180! Red! Red!
No, no, no.
Behind!
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Crack now. Orange 5-4. Crack now. Behind!
Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Wait, 89!
From just shy of midfield, Rivers buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike, 58, right there.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Taylor. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50's a real.
From the gun, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's Taylor to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. And 58 is a Mike.
To throw again. Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
51's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Over. Stop doing. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Able to haul it in is Kittle. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Jump.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
58, Mike. Watch the twist. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Switch up. Yo. Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Taylor, he's going to rifle one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Load it.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, I'm coming up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Stay there. Round 80. Orange cross 4.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
To throw is Rivers. And he finds Stills, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Block the team!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
To throw is Taylor. Throwing again. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Miles Boykin as the first half is winding down. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? Come on. 58, boys, 58.
from the shotgun. It's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Third and long, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's go, D. Back. Load it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run on 1st down with Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
12.
Switch.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. Check 24.
Cluster.
Check 31.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Jackson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
White, 89.
They go play action. Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go. Go.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And Robinson with a big catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Victory 90. Round 80.
Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Buffalo one.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
Set 180.
Mark 56.
You must be treated.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, 79. 79. Plus the rest.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Undercut. 80 weapons.
They're going to try and run. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Taylor. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 1st and 10. It's Taylor. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Touchdown! Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Delta! SOS.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd and a couple, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Stop your running. Check 13. Check 13. Eddie Weapon.
Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the former Florida Gator, Sturgis, gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards on the play, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right here.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Throwing now is Taylor. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, Delta!
Here's Rivers. Caught by Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.